Hello, 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 my beautiful sacred feminines. Welcome to another week. We are here with our cards and some really interesting energy and ready to do this thing. So, yeah, Venus has gone retrograde and just wow, that's already really powerful. If you're on my email list or if you're following me on Facebook, you will see that I posted a big thing about this retrograde and how to work with it, and just working with it very intentionally every day for these 40 days and 40 nights. And that can be as simple as just like, asking Venus for support, connecting with her energies, and just saying, how can I release what no longer serves? How can I step strongly into my sense of self-worth, into self-love, into feeling valued and cherished, and for exactly who I am, seen and heard and loved for exactly who I am without having to change any bits of ourselves. That's what Venus is all about, that self-love and self-worth. And so especially around the sacred feminine, healing the wounded feminine energies and releasing, again, that which does not serve our highest good. So the last two Venus retrogrades have been super freaking powerful for me when I've gotten very intentional with them and spent some time every day connecting with Venus and journaling, doing some candle ritual, and just like really kind of tapping into what the energies are trying to say to me, what needs to come up to my consciousness, what is ready to release, and what I'm ready to move through. And it's just been, they've been huge. Like, they've been the biggest transits for me. And I guess I hadn't really thought about Venus being the sacred feminine energy, but duh, of course she is. So it's funny how some things to us are so obvious and other things are just, I don't know, not. So anyway, she's been really pivotal on my path, and I highly encourage you to spend some time working with this energy very intentionally, because big shifts can happen, and they're happening anyway. So the more intentional we can get with them, the more we can embrace them and really step into our power. So the past few days for me, it's been really around the sexuality piece and all of the very unhealthy belief systems that we have been rocking out in this patriarchal religious experience. Much of the planet is dominated by the patriarchy and organized religion, and even if you didn't grow up in a Christian household per se, or in a Hindu tradition, a Hindu household, those are a couple of all of the big religions in this world are really, they shun and shame sexuality and the female body. They just don't celebrate us and what we're bringing to the table, and they've really perverted, distorted, shunned, and shamed sexuality for everybody. So even if you didn't grow up in a household that practiced one of those dominant religions, you're in a society that is influenced greatly by it. So yeah, we just take on these belief systems because it's what we're living in. We're marinating in it, so it's hard to escape any of that unless you were raised out in a forest somewhere and never connected with anybody. But it's not really most of our experience. So anyway, there's some stuff to dig through and to sift through and to move through. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Let's see what the cards have to say to support us on our journey right now. Also, Chiron went retrograde as well. So Chiron is like the wounded healer. So he's really helping us to get in touch with that wound that we all come in with. We all come in with something. We all come in to experience some sort of wound that we kind of move through. It kind of sets the stage for our life, and then it's a theme. It's a theme, and it's healing and energies that we need to work with and move through, and ultimately to support us in our highest good and to really help us to step strong in who we're here to be. So that's what that energy is about, especially in Aries, because Aries is all about the self, and it's the first sign of the zodiac. So it's like how we came in to be. Who did you come in here to be? What energies did you come in with? And how is that wound keeping you from being in your power and keeping you from being in a strong sense of self? Again, working with Venus, that's that sense of self, self-worth, self-value, self-love. These two are both retrograde now. So and they went retrograde pretty much on the same day. I believe it was the same day. So they're kind of taking us down under, like, let's get in there, see what needs to go, what's ready to go, because there's a lot that's ready to go. So they're really helping us to like excavate and clear that shit out, because it's not serving us. let's be strong. Let's be in our power. Let's just rock this shit out. So, so let's see what the cards have to say. And we're going to welcome in. Thank you, Mother Earth. Again, we're not welcoming in. We're just acknowledging these beautiful frequencies that we are made of, because it is unity. And this is the unity consciousness where everything is one. We're all one with everything. Not in a woo-woo way. It's just the way it is. It's true. There is no separation. So honoring these beautiful energies of Earth, Father, Son, all the planetary energies, all the angels, archangel frequencies that we work with, maybe frequencies of other star systems. I've been really called to Arcturian, Pleiadian, Orion, and Sirian energies, and just really connecting with those recently. And, well, not necessarily recently, but, you know, sometimes, like, I don't know, things are more in your forefront, and they're like, hey, pay attention to me. So some of those, like, more galactic experiences and energies. So, plant spirits, stone spirits, crystal spirits, animal spirits, all of our beautiful nature energies, so lovely, so powerful, spirit guides and helpers, ancestors, anybody that you connect with, you know, just any frequencies you connect with, welcoming greater understanding of those frequencies, greater embodiment, greater connection. Thank you for supporting us on our path, helping us move from the wounded feminine into the sacred feminine expressions. Clearing, clearing, clearing. What do the cards have to say for us today? Whew. Okay, this is really interesting. All right. I've seen one of the tarot readers that I just love. I love this guy. He is always looking at the cards at the bottom of the deck, and I've seen some other people do that, and I've not been in the habit of it. So I just did that, and we're gonna pull that card out as well. And yeah. Okay, everybody, we have first here the Seven of Cups, and there's a few different ways that I've seen this card worked with, and for me personally, what it means to me is illusion, delusion, confusion. You know, there's all these different options, but they're here. There's these cups with all these different, there's these different things in them, different elements, different, you know, there's like a serpent, there's, I'm not sure what's at the top there, somebody with their outstretched hands, there's a head, there's a little castle, there's all these jewels, there's a wreath, there's a, it looks like a dragon, but it's the person that's all shady in the bottom there and kind of looking at all of these things. So that's why I feel like, and it's in like a darker gray cloud, kind of like so I really think of this as kind of illusion, and maybe I also think of this as distraction. All of these things, these external things, distracting us, and really distracting us, and taking us into our shadow, you know, or keeping us in shadow. That's what it is, keeping us in shadow, not taking us into it, but keeping us in the dark. Really, you know, a lot of distraction here. So yeah, this is it, given what we were just talking about with the Venus retrograde, what out there is distracting us from doing the work and coming into our power, into our healthy sexuality, into our healthy sacred feminine. What are all the belief systems and all the crap out there that has deluded us and distorted us, and really kept us in illusion and kept us in the lie, kept us in the matrix? So that's what I think of this card as. This is the matrix, you know, all of those cups. There's so much going on out there that really distracts us from the truth of who we are, and it's meant to do that. It's set up that way to take our power away. So that's what this card is for me, the matrix. So how are we stepping out of the matrix? And here we've got the King of Cups reversed. So that, to me, whenever, for me, how I work with reversed is that it's more of an internal process, and the King of Cups is all about like emotional mastery. So when this internal, we could take that as a couple of ways. Maybe somehow we're avoiding emotional mastery. Somehow we're not connecting to our emotions, or we're not doing the emotional work. But also maybe it's just a lot of internal work, a lot of emotional internal what's coming up for us. Or, you know, kind of the way I'm looking at this a little bit more, especially with the other cards we've got here, is repressed emotions. You know, how are we repressing those emotions instead of allowing them to flow, instead of having emotional mastery? How are we, you know, and it really ties in with this Seven of Cups, the illusion, the matrix, and especially for the feminine, repressing the emotions. How are we distracting ourselves so that we don't have to deal with our emotions, you know, and don't have to really connect with our inner power, you know? And then we've got here, we've got the Five of Cups. So this guy is just like, he is bummed out. It's interesting because he's like a dark thing too, and we've got this dark, so we could look at that as our shadow also, you know. But this guy, he's like, oh, these cups have fallen over, but he's not paying attention to these other two cups he's got that are still perfectly good. He's more like looking at what he doesn't have instead of like embracing what he does. This is all about lack for me. And there's the water in the background because, again, this is a Cups card, so it's, you know, emotional lack, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of emotions. These are all Cup cards. That is a trip, especially with Venus retrograde. So as part of the feminine, the wounded feminine is really... she does not have emotional mastery. She's a slave to her emotions, and she is angry, and she's repressing her emotions, and she is, she might be all over the place with her emotions. She's at the whim of everything external. She's at the whim of the matrix. She's not in control of herself. She doesn't have power, and so she's like, you know, she's bitter, and she's angry, and she's resentful, and she's over caretaking because she's trying to fill the void. She's trying to make herself feel valued and cherished and worthy. So again, coming back to this Venus retrograde, you know, this is so much the wounded feminine right here, you know, and that's what we're looking at. And then we've got this Hanged Man over here. New perspectives. How do we start working with this in a different way? How do we move out of victim consciousness and start stepping into our power? How do we start working with this Venus energy and to really start owning it? But again, she's like deep diving under with Chiron, the wounded healer, going in to the depths and going into the wound. What do we need to clear out and let go of? And this is a very personal journey for each one of us. I can't tell you what it needs to look like for you, but there's a lot of emotional shit going on right now that is trying to come to the surface and trying to work its way out. And what do you need to do to really honor that process? Not focus so much on lack. But I don't... I really feel like, yeah, we're just in our process right now. It's really important to start looking at those unhealthy belief systems that you've been rocking out and start journaling, you know, and start looking at, for me, I'll just go into my own story a little bit here and my own experience of how I'm working with these energies, because they're coming out of my body physically. I'm starting to feel I'm noticing some physical issues that are my emotions I've stuffed. There's shame and self-judgment around sexuality that I've just kind of like, my yoni is working with it right now, you know, dealing with that. And so I'm noticing where I'm feeling shame and that I've embodied that, because these emotions, we carry them in our bodies. So for me, this wounded, this really taking on the belief systems of the patriarchy and the religious dominated experience that we're in here. So really taking these on, fully embodying them, and yeah, just being too lost in that shadow side, in the matrix, fully embodying these belief systems, how it's affecting me emotionally, You know, there's emotions that I'm working with that I'm just allowing to come up, and I'm asking Venus for help and support. Like, please bring to my awareness what I need to know to move through these in a healthy way, because a lot of this shit's unconscious, so we can't just go, oh, I'm just going to sit down and heal right now. Like, no, this is deep embodied stuff that we're looking to move out and to move through. So this is why we work with Venus intentionally. This is why we're working with Chiron intentionally right now. I highly recommend doing that. What do I need to see? And just asking and setting that intention will start bringing things to your awareness, because I'm getting a lot of clarity. Hold on there. The screen goes out after so many minutes. It's strange. I don't know why. But asking for clarity, asking, please let the insights come through. Please bring to my attention what needs to go that is not serving my highest good, so that I can step forward into healthy sacred feminine, into healthy sexuality, into healthy relationships, you know, because this is not serving me. This is not serving me. And yeah, and to not be distracted. It's time to do the work, you know. And I know we have been doing the work. I'm not saying we haven't been doing the work. It's just when Venus goes retrograde, it's a really important time to just dive in and work with this energy. And then again, this Five of Cups, you know, for me, you know, relating it to myself, looking at, just to support us in this process, I'm kind of reading this card in a couple of different ways. You know, some things are just let go. The cups have fallen over and they've spilt and they've let some stuff go. Like, let it go. You know, what's ready to go, let it go. But don't get lost in it. Don't get all dramatic and like, oh, poor me. You know, don't do that victim consciousness or focus on lack or what's going away. Embrace what's going away. See the beauty behind here. And there's a little bit more simplicity. Maybe this was too much. Maybe this is too many cups. Like, it got too much. And so, you know, maybe we just don't need so much stuff. I kind of like that, you know, a little more simplistic. But yeah, don't focus on what's going. Let the shit go. That's what Venus is here to do. And Chiron, they're moving it out. They're working it out. And there's a lot. We're in some powerful Pluto, North Node, South Node, the nodes of fate, still squaring Pluto. So it's big transition. That's what a lot of this is. So just let the shit go. But do some exploration for yourself and see where you have gotten. You're too much embodying these unhealthy belief systems. I mean, I feel like we talk about that a lot, but that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. It's really about these belief systems and these limitations that we've just so freaking embodied, you know, and it takes a bit of work. We are just made of these things. So it's a lot of consciousness. It's bringing a lot of consciousness into working with this, but we're so supported, you know. And here again, the Hanged Man with the new perspectives, you know, like, there's so much beauty and on the other side of this and in it, you know. It's not even on the other side. Like, just look at all the beauty to this waking up, this awareness, this new stuff that's coming out, these new consciousnesses. It's just really stunning. So I'm feeling called to pull one more card here. Let's just to see. There's a lot of emotion going on here, and well. Okay, so we have quite the reading today. We have the, well, you know, and it was reversed, so interesting. We've got the three of swords, and it's reversed. So actually, you know, this is a lot of heartbreak, and it's there's a lot of pain in this card, and there's rain, and it's stormy. But when it's reversed, I always see the swords as falling back out, so the heart can heal. That actually fits in really freaking beautifully with what we've got going on here. So when we're in this work, and there is a lot of heartbreak. We've lost a lot of ourselves, you know, to this patriarchy and religious experience, you know, the dominant can't think of the word right now. But anyways, yeah, and that's a lot of what the work I'm doing is to really help us move through this process and honor the grief that comes up with it, you know, honor the grief, because it's real, it's there. So, but not to get stuck in it or lost in victim consciousness. Again, that victim mentality. Once we notice the grief, we recognize it, we honor it, and it's like, okay, great, now we move into a more empowered state. We use that as a superpower, you know, to move forward. So there is, and this is a mental card. It's mind. The swords are our mind and our thoughts and our mental process. So, you know, with that heartbreak, you know, for me, I'm seeing this right now as those belief systems, those mental thought patterns that we've taken on, and how they have really shut down our heart and disconnected us from our heart and broken our hearts, you know. And so when it's reversed and upside down like that, the swords are falling out, the belief systems are going away, we're getting back into our heart, we're coming back down into our heart, and we're letting that go. So we're finding a new way. And again, with the Hanged Man, that new perspective, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. So we're stepping into this new earth consciousness, and this, I think, is a really freaking pivotal moment for us, astrologically speaking. There is so much freaking support here. So we are breaking out of the matrix. We're getting in touch with our emotions, getting in touch with our internal selves. We are recognizing where we're feeling lack and letting that go, and noticing all the bounty and beauty that we do have and focusing on that. Let's not look at lack. Let's not look at what's going away. Embrace the change, embrace where we're at, and really open to this new, our new connection to our hearts that are coming through, and the clearing of the belief systems. That's really gorgeous. So it's so beautiful how it all comes together and creates a story. And I also want to say, you know, that with these cards, everybody has their own interpretation, and there's things you can look up and get, like, this card means that thing, and this card means this thing, but it's speaking to you. What do these cards mean to you? So it's about utilizing your intuition, and it's a really powerful way to start tapping into your intuition. So, you know, what this card, what I'm saying about this, what it's saying to me might be completely different than what this card means to you. So just, I want to honor that. I want us all to be aware of that. So when you're seeing a reading and you're like, oh wow, that person was saying something very different about that card. Yes, because it means something different to them. And that's this whole point of us. This is what we're doing right now. We're coming into our own intuition, our own power, our own meaning. What is everything for you? What does it mean to you? This is what this card means to me. And it's how I'm reading it right now too. It's based on the other cards. So I could get this with some other cards and it might mean something totally different. I might read it in a different way. So that's the beauty of the cards. That's the beauty of learning the tarot. You know, they're wisdom tools, and wisdom is speaking to you. It's not what it means to somebody else. And that doesn't mean we shun or shame somebody else for how they're reading their cards. Like, that's what it means for them. So there's no rules, you know, there's no rules to these cards. I think that's really important, because I used to see that. I would see somebody reading something and I'm like, oh, that doesn't mean that to me. And so it's just like, well, yeah, okay, and that's their thing, and this is my thing, so it doesn't matter. It just really doesn't matter. This is what it's all about here, is just really learning to be in your energy and your power and your wisdom, and what's speaking to you. We each have a very different way of experiencing the world, and more so the more we go along in this process. We're all at very different places. So, and in a year from now, this card might mean something completely different to me or to you or to whoever, you know, as our energies change and our consciousness changes. You know, we don't have to lock into any of these things. That's part of the problem with the dominant religions. There was some thing that worked maybe 2,000 years ago, and they've just, like, you know, clung on to it. And of course, many of the meanings have changed and we're interpreting things very differently, but something that maybe worked in a culture, in a tradition a few thousand years ago, is just, it's a very different energy right now. Everything is different. So we can't just, like, lock into some past experience and, like, never allow ourselves to move forward and have that fluidity and flow, and just, like, you know, we're adapting and changing all the time, every freaking day. I'm a little bit different than I was yesterday after my practice today, you know, like, I had new awarenesses and insights that are going to change my life. You know, they're going to change how I experience the world and how I move forward and how I work with this, that, or the other. So honor that for yourself. For other people, they're going to change too. You know, just because they did one thing one time doesn't mean they're locked into that. You know, we have to allow ourselves and each other fluidity, you know, openness, spontaneity, you know, flow, change, adaptability. We're not meant to stay in this rigid structure, and that is really a big problem with the dominant religions. They're just, like, they're not across the board, of course, I'm generalizing, but you know what I'm talking about. So we're going to pick an oracle card, choose an oracle card, and this is funny because this guy that I watch that I just love, I'll need to put a link below to that. He uses this deck that I just absolutely love. I'm like, oh my gosh, those images are gorgeous. And I was like, what deck is that? And then somebody was like, oh, it's the Mystical Shaman Oracle Deck here. I don't know if you can see that. I have such a glare going on right now. The sun is right in front of me. Sorry about that. And I was like, hold on a second, I think I have that deck, and I do. So I just haven't really familiarized myself with it. But the images are stunning, and so we're going to see. But I'm not very familiar with this deck, so we may go to the book. We'll just see what comes out. And again, using our intuition, this is part of the sacred feminine we're trying to get back into alignment with. Not necessarily going to the book and looking up what things mean. And sometimes in the beginning when we're familiarizing ourselves, that's helpful. But we're just going to see what happens here. So something to support us in our process. Any words of wisdom? Any more words of wisdom? Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Universe. Maybe nothing wants to come through. Waiting for the perfect thing there. There's something. All right. Interesting. Okay. Let's see if we can see this. Gorgeous card, isn't it? The Sacrifice. And it's number 44. 44 is the number of the angels. For me, that's what that means. The angels are speaking to us, and I think they're really here with us for sure. The Sacrifice. So I feel like how this ties into everything right here is really sacrificing those old ways of being, sacrificing what's ready to go, you know, and making those, some of them might be like harder decisions, just like things that just need to go and maybe aren't necessarily so easy, and maybe that's what some of this emotional stuff is in this heartbreak card. And you know, finding a new perspective, like really recognizing what is not serving us, and sacrificing it up to Venus, to the universe, to whoever you connect with, you know what. And you can, if nothing is consciously coming to your mind right now, and you know, because again, so much of this is in the unconscious, ask for support. Again, ask, please show me what I need to see right now. Please help me work through whatever I need to know right now. Please bring to my awareness what I need to let go of, and things will start coming. And maybe in the most interesting ways, signs, messages, you know, just aha moments, you know, just can be subtle, can be like epiphanies, you know. But ask. And again, there's the 44 on here. Ask your guides, ask your angels, ask whoever you connect with for support. We are so used to doing everything by ourselves. I got this, I'll take care of this. Like, no, ask for help and it will come. It will be there for you, because that's what they're here for. That's absolutely what they're here for. Just like we're each here for a beautiful passion and purpose. All of our guides and all the frequencies that we connect with are here for a purpose, and that's to support humanity and to support us. So ask. Be sure to ask. The Sacrifice. Yeah, just sacrificing, yeah, old ways of being. Sacrificing safety. There's safety in attaching and holding and clinging to that old shit, you know. There really is. It's, it can be a little scary to step out into new things and just start owning yourself and just start like really just rocking yourself out. So that's part of it. Sacrifice. That's what just came through. Sacrifice your safety, your sense of safety. Start taking chances. Start owning yourself. Start taking risks for yourself. Start just being in your power, you know, and in whatever little way that looks like for you. But that's really strongly what came through. Sacrifice your sense of safety, because it can be challenging when you start pushing back on these belief systems and start pushing back on this old limitations and these conditionings, you know, and start using our voice, start being in our heart, start using our solar plexus, our power, start being in the truth of our sexuality, our sacred feminine, our passion, our purpose, our creativity. we move out of that sense of safety that we have gotten trapped in this matrix. You know, if we just do the thing, if we just do what we're told, nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll be okay. But we're freaking dead inside, or we're just pissed off and angry, which is worse than being dead inside. Just ugh. So sacrifice that sense of safety, sacrifice the old ways of being, step into your power, and please reach out if you need support with this. And this is an excellent time to say that tonight is our very first women's sexual empowerment circle, and I've got some great things ready for us. We're going to just dive right into it and start looking at these belief systems that we've embodied, and look at how we can start stepping more strongly into our sacred feminine, our healthy sexuality, whatever that looks like for us. And it's you know, it's a process. There goes my screen again. It's a process, because there's so many belief systems, and maybe this is really speaking to that too. So please come join us. Let's get through this. Let's move through it. Let's break this shit up. Let's start taking our power back. Let's wherever you're at in your path, you know how much you've really done some healing. We're always like, let's do this. Let's step more into it. And I know we can step more into it always. I've done a lot of work, and I'm still got things to step into and to really embrace. So yes, and there's many other healing circles, or I'm calling them empowerment circles now. We're trying to get out of this healing phase where like something's like broken, or you know, we're empowerment, which means we're still going through it. We're still clearing some stuff out, but it's kind of a different umbrella. So empowerment circles, many of them. We've got 2 full moons this month, so the 1st and the 30th coming up in August, the new moon. We've got our grief honoring circle, again working with that unconscious grief of the wounded feminine to clear this all out. And what's the other one? Oh, the love bomb circle for anybody who needs support, just needs some real extra love. We're gonna, friends, family members who might be going through divorce, health issues, big changes, big losses. Maybe they've lost somebody or something, or a relationship. Anybody that needs some extra support, communities that are in need of support, countries that are in need of support. We're going to bring them all into this circle and just love bomb them. So that's a beautiful circle. This will be the first time doing that too. I've just been so inspired by just feeling so much love, and I just want to bring us together and just like support each other and support our gorgeous friends and family and humanity and the planet and everybody. So love bomb, check that out. Also, we are always working with these energies in the Sacred Feminine Phoenix Rising program. This is my 6-week intensive program that we are really deep diving into clearing these belief systems, bringing them up to our conscious, because again, if we don't know that we're there, if we don't know we're rocking these things out, how the hell can we move past them? So we got to bring them up to our awareness, and then we're going to clear them out. So, and then really start rocking out our Sacred Feminine. What does Sacred Feminine look like for you? Again, we're all on a very different path. These energies are so very different. There's so many qualities and expressions of the Sacred Feminine, and some of them might really speak to you, and you're like, yeah, that's totally my thing. I want to embody that more. Like, how do I start stepping into that? And maybe things you just weren't even aware of that are qualities that you want to speak to. Maybe some that are really, you're already rocking out, and you're like, I want to strengthen that even more and just really step into it. So this is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous program. There's energy healing, sound healing sessions every week to really move that energy out, work with you at a very energetic level, because these are energies. We are made of energy. We can't just talk our way through all of this. We got to get into it. And speaking of which, I offer glorious Phoenix Rising, or it's Awakening Sacred Feminine one-on-one sessions. So if you are interested in getting some energy work done and really like deep diving into this and clearing it out, please hit me up for that. And let's see what else is going on. Yeah, so I think that's about it right now. Lots of stuff going on, lots of podcasts coming out that are airing soon, and I'll be sharing those with you, and just great stuff, exciting things happening, and I'm so excited to be connecting with you more. And let's get onto my website, get on my emailing list, so you can be in the loop about all the amazing things that are going on and all the exciting upcoming things, and you're not going to miss anything. It's going to be awesome. So let's connect. You know, we cannot do this alone. So many of us are like, oh, I got this. Powerful things happen when we come together in circles. So please check out those circles. Come join me. Come join us. It's been getting lovely, really beautiful. So, and again, connect with that Venus energy and reach out to me. You can connect with me on my website. There's a contact form if you need support with anything. If you have questions or, you know, how can I best work with this, please reach out. So that's what I'm all about. I'm just so into like supporting us through this process and like really rocking it out. We're amazing, amazing, gorgeous, beautiful women, and let's just start being in our power. I'm so excited about it. There's beautiful things happening right now. The more we embrace this gorgeous energy, the more we're going to be in that love, that divine love that we're really all about. We are that. The more we sift and pull away these unhealthy belief systems and all this conditionings, we're going to get right down to the core of that truth, which is love, 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 love. So, okay, beautiful sacred feminines, I'm going to sign out on that. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for your presence. I'm grateful for you watching this. Happy Venus retrograde to you. And I'll be here every week doing this through the retrograde. And we'll just keep working with these energies. And remember where we started. Remember where we started with all these heavy emotional cards here, and just and really working with that. So it's kind of fun to watch the journey and the trajectory of where we're starting here at the beginning of Venus retrograde and where we're going to go. So like, comment, subscribe, turn on your little notification bell so you get notified of all of these. And I do respond to all comments, so feel free to share what is this bringing up for you. I would love to hear about it. So yeah, how's this resonating? So cool. All right, thanks all. Bye. Where's the little mouse? I don't know. Every time I have a dark mouse or something, there it is. Okay.